Hi there, it's Rob from OnStage Lighting. Welcome to another of our AutoCAD for Theatre tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to look at using line weights to change the individual thicknesses of lines to help make our drawings a little bit more clear. We're going straight over to AutoCAD, and what we're going to do is we're just going to change the thickness of a certain series of lines. Now, because we're drafting in AutoCAD at the moment and we're working in 2D, we're kind of still fairly concerned with drawing as if we were drawing in an old-fashioned way on a drawing board and stuff. So we're kind of creating a drawing in model space. We're not modelling for 3D at the moment. So things like line weights and that can be done in lots of different ways. But what we're going to do is we're just going to add a thickness to a particular line. The key thing to know is that you can add a line thickness either by individual object itself or by an entire layer. I've got two layers here, a venue layer and a circles layer, which the two circles are on. And the other thing to know is that you also can't necessarily see them in model space by default. So if I click a circle here, you go over to the properties inspector, we'll see the individual item, the circle, has a line weight at the moment, which is, if I drop down the check down box in the properties inspector, it says by layer. I can also go from the object, I can go to the tab that is the layer itself. And I can go to line weight and I can see it's set to default. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it a bit thicker. And that's great, but we don't seem to be able to see anything. So the reason for that is because in this particular setting at the moment, line weights aren't actually displayed in model space. What we need to do is to go down to our little box with all of our snaps and our object snaps and things like that. And we're going to check the one that says show hide line weight, which is kind of a series of horizontal lines with different thicknesses. When we do that, we see, oh, blimey, there's some real lines going on in there. That's actually the weight of the line itself. So you can see we're looking at particular things then, and we can click and we can change the line weights accordingly. And now we can actually see what we were doing. Before we couldn't see it. As I say, you can change the line weight on an object by object basis, or you can change it on a layer by layer basis. And I've only got two layers here, but you can use layers to organise your line weights as well as organise your objects. Also, you'll notice if we go over into a drawing, we haven't looked at drawings yet, but if you notice here, we're looking at this drawing here, which is a layout of the venue, and also I can turn line weights on and off. You probably get slightly thicker lines. There we are. You see. If I just go to a good zoom, you can see the line weights thickness being turned on and off. So you can change your line weights in two places, but also you won't necessarily see them appear on your screen, and also you may want to leave them off while you're drawing. Hope that's been useful. I'll see you soon.